Hey, folks. Get this thing straight where I want it. Nobody in here yet. I can cough. Oh, me. Hello, hello. Come on in. Let's talk about some things. I got a little list. I had to make a list today because I got some other things to talk about today instead of food. I usually, on my Thursday live, I usually talk about healthy food or low carb diet or something like that. But today I got some other things. Well, I got some food too, but I have some other things to talk about. So I got a little list here. We'll wait till several get in, and hopefully a few will come in. There's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Been talking to Kathy this morning on text messages, and with Higgs, with Holland at Higgs Rock Farm. And let's see, open up my pictures here. All right. Okay, it says we got 3 people, so whoever else is in here, holler at us. And okay, just seeing what else was being said. All right. So I have some different things to talk about today. I've got a few pictures to show. We'll do that in a minute. First, I'm going to probably talk about my mom and give a little update on my mom. There's Holland and Lily at Higgs Rock Farm. And Emma Hill, hello. Nancy, our treasured home, hello. So we'll talk about my mom. Some of you know my mom went in a nursing home about 2 weeks ago. She had to stay in quarantine for 14 days there. We could go see her. She was just away from everybody else. And she got out of there Monday and got in a regular room with a roommate. And it was a difficult decision, and we've had a hard time with it. So there's been a lot of prayer about it. And I can tell you that prayer was answered because she got a really good roommate that is talkative and is watching over. And we used to go to church with this woman. And me and Lee did. Me and Lee went to church with this woman 3 or 4 years ago. We've changed churches since then, but before where we were going, we went to church with her. So she's a good Christian lady. She's very talkative. She's kind of protective. She's watching over my mom, like, was telling us, oh, she needs to do this and she needs to do that. And one night she didn't eat her supper, and she told us the next day she didn't eat her supper. So I had them get her a pimento cheese sandwich and, things like that. So she's kind of watching over. And then yesterday, my daughter went to visit, and she was in the dining room playing bingo. And she took a picture, and and it just tickled us to pieces. So prayer definitely was answered, and she won 30 games of bingo. So I'm gonna show her picture. I don't think she would care. It's just precious, so I have to share this. There she is, playing bingo at the nursing home, and she looks happy. Isn't that blessing? What a blessing. It makes us so happy. It really relieves a lot of our anxiety about her going in the nursing home. And the lady right behind her there in the blue shirt, in the wheelchair, and the blue shirt, kind of right behind her there is her roommate. And she's just kind of keeping an eye on her, and she's got all of her mind. And so she was like, telling us what she needs to do, and kind of, bossing her around, saying, now you need to do this and you need to do that. And and so it's it's a blessing. All I can say is it's an amazing blessing, and makes us feel so much better about everything. It's wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and it's comforting. Somebody said, let's see. Let me go back up here and read some comments. Let's see. And say hello, Country Homestead Preacher. Hey, Ben's Over Acres. Hey, Shelly. Anybody else? Awesome to have a great roommate. Yes, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And it's a big deal that this woman has her mind and can kind of help watch her. It's just awesome. It's amazing. Amazing. And that we went to church with her. I know she's a good Christian lady, just everything, just all of that was such a relief. And, it's just amazing. It's amazing what God can do. And because, I don't know, we were so worried, and we prayed, and I had said, we just have to give it to the Lord and leave it with him. And so when these things, as soon as I saw that lady, as soon as they put her in a room and I walked in there and I went, hey, how are you? And I was just floored. I was like, oh, wow. Wow. You couldn't have picked anybody better, I don't think, So it's amazing. B6 bingo buddies. Let's see. I'm still reading, y'all. Happy she won. Yeah, she won 30 games, evidently. Oh, Benton Bunch. Oh, Strong Enough to Bend. Yeah, yes. I saw them somewhere. Hello, Strong Enough to Bend. Shannon and Beverly. There's Gossmania. Hello. And Christy Betts. There's Christy Betts. Wonderful picture. Yeah, she was playing bingo. We were kind of surprised. My daughter went in there and she was in the dining room playing bingo. And my daughter was like, oh, and took a picture and sent it to all of us and was like, look who's playing bingo. It just made my day. It just made my day. I was at work and the picture come through and I was just like, okay, he gave her a great roommate. And now she's up playing bingo, and I was just, it's wonderful. Settling in, she looks like she's having fun. Yep. So anyway, there's 6 Acres Farm and Rescue. The roommate sounds like she's filling the role of a big sister. Yeah, it's awesome. And another thing, the lady talks loud. And my mom's very hard of hearing. She doesn't have hearing aids. She just never did want to get them. And so we just talk loud to her. And this lady just automatically talks loud anyway. So that was kind of a blessing too, So anyway, it was wonderful. It has relieved a lot of stress. Working everything out. Yep. I'm going to put that up here. Sometimes it's better because she can have friendships that will be rewarding. Yes. She was not, Supreme took really good care of her, but it got to a point where we couldn't take care of her as well. And she's sitting there she had her own apartment, like their house. They bought a house that has, what's called a mother-in-law's suite, I think it's called. And so she had her own kind of little apartment attached to their house. Well, they're over there doing their thing and working, and just checking on her. And so a lot of the days she's sitting there watching TV, most of the day till she has to use the bathroom and hollers for somebody. She's just sitting there in her recliner watching TV. So really, this is better because they are getting her up doing therapy. They've walked her down the hall several times, getting her up doing therapy. They've got her out playing bingo. And she has a roommate that's talkative, that's talking to her all the time. So, it's wonderful. Wonderful. Such a blessing to receive, such relief, yes. God filled all your mom's needs. Ashamed I don't let him lead more myself. All of us, yes, Higgs Rock Farm, all of us feel that way, you know? I think we all feel that way. I'm like that too. I mean, I was really stressing over some of this stuff really bad. Y'all know, some of y'all know that I was really stressing over some things, and some of it starting to work out that we don't, you know, better than we even imagine sometimes. Sometimes the Lord works it out better than we could even imagine was possible. And that's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I'm going to cry, y'all. I got to stop this. I got used to talking loud when I was taking care of Mama. Have to tone it down. Yeah. Get to attend parties. Yes, she will get to go to the they have birthday parties there. They have popcorn. That's the bingo. They have popcorn and bingo in the dining room often. I don't know how often, but you know, they do. They have a very good activity program there, and plus they have the Spring Bridge Rehab is located there. They have rehab right there in the building, and they've been walking her. So it's good. We and several of us has worked there. I worked there in the kitchen years ago, and my daughter has worked there in activities, and another daughter was a CNA there. So we know a lot of people. We know it's a good nursing home, you know, and it's right here close to home. We were very fortunate to get her in, you know, right here close to home, because some people don't. Some people have to get them in. To get them in, they have to go off, and we weren't willing to do that anyway. But we were fortunate to get her right in there where it's close to home, and we know most of them and all that. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I talk loud sometimes because my grandpa was hard of hearing. Yeah. We had gotten used to talking loud to her. I really talk, even on the phone. If I call her, I talk really loud to her because she's hard of hearing. And this lady, you can hear her down the hall, so she ain't got no problem hearing her. She's a very boisterous, talkative woman, which is a good thing. So the country home I worked at in Kansas was good. County home. So anyway, let's see. There's Glenn How to Garden. If I didn't say hi to somebody, I'm sorry. Brenda. I didn't say hi to Brenda. Hey, Brenda Duncan. Okay. Right now, and I'm going to talk about my food first. Right now, I'm cooking a dish that I have videoed before, but I'm doing it different. I keep doing a different variety of this dish. The original dish is called sinigang. It's a Filipino. I have a very loyal subscriber that has become a friend, Jean, that is Filipino, and she's always telling me about these dishes that she likes from back home, and her mom will cook them for her, or she'll cook them or whatever. And she has told me several times about this sinigang. It's a soup, and I had tried it back when she first told me, and I did a video on it. And then I done it again and done a little twist on it and made it more to my liking. And I've done that again today, and I really changed it up. So I'm not sure I can even call it sinigang, but it's similar, and it has the tamarind in it. Tamarind in it, which is this tamarind soup mix, and sinigang is the soup that it makes. But I have been doing it with twist, and making it to my liking, and I just love it. And this is what makes it. But I've just been experimenting and trying it different ways. And also this tamarind comes from a fruit that grows on a tree. And there is one beside Kathy at Living Miracle Homestead. I think the neighbor has the tree that grows that. And she sent me a bunch of it a while back. I've ate most of it. There's a little bit left, but I've ate a lot of it. I have ate it just out of the shell. You can just crack that shell open and eat it out of the shell, and it's almost like a sour gummy. It's almost like that sweet and sour, like like the gummy worms or the gummy bears that are sour. That's what it tastes like. And so I just been eating it out of the shell. But anyway, I broke a bunch of them open and tried to scrape out the tamarind stuff in it. And I didn't get a whole lot. It's better to just eat them out of the shell and you just kind of chew on them because they have the seeds in there. But anyway, there you go. That's what Kathy sent me. And so I love this stuff. And I don't think that would grow here. I'm sure it wouldn't. But I would like to try. But I'm going to show you my dish I'm making with that right now. And what I have done, it's actually supposed to be pork the first time I've done it. And the Sinigang calls for pork and tomatoes and a green. You could use a green, like they use green beans a lot or something. And I done it closer the first time, and I videoed that. This one has beef, and it has cut up beef, like beef cubes, and the tomatoes. And then I done zucchini in it this time. But it's got the tamarind, and I've already tasted of it. It tastes the same because of the tamarind, I guess. But anyway, I've got it slow cooking over there to cook those zucchinis down, and then I'm going to eat it as soon as I get off of here. So anyway, I'm anxious to eat that and try that. I already tasted of it, so I know what it tastes like. Anyway, let's see. It is not spicy. You probably already heard me answer that. It tastes like a sweet and sour, very sweet and sour. Just they make candy out of the tamarind. Emma over at Sunny's Place. Emma over at Sunny's Place told me that in Mexico they make candy out of this tamarind stuff. So Hick said if it's spicy, I'd love it. It's not. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to read on down through here and get caught up. She told me it just adds the whole thing. She just adds the whole thing and removes it at the end. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Just throw the whole seed pod and all in there and then remove it. Is that what you're saying? I could try that. That's awesome. That'd be a whole lot easier because I've tried scraping that out of there, and then you've got those seeds and you're not getting a whole lot at a time. But it's easier to just peel that open and stick the insides in your mouth and just kind of chew on it and then spit the seeds out. That's what I do, what I've been doing. Maybe a heated greenhouse. Yeah, I would love to try that. But it's a tree. I believe, if I'm not wrong, Kathy, it's a tree. So I don't know how long it would grow and stay here. It probably wouldn't. But I've been buying this. I bought a whole case of this. I've got plenty of it. I bought a whole case of this. So, but these were really good to just chew on. That was good. And I don't have much left. And that wasn't a hint, Kathy. Just saying, I've used a lot of it. A greenhouse would be heated today. Yeah. It's very hot here today. It's humid. It's very humid here today. And I've got to go out. I'm fixing to go out, which runs into another thing on my list. Got to go see my mom, and I've got to go get chicken food. And I'm going to run by. My car is down again. And I have had to make a decision. I'm still not completely 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I think I am. I'm going to go look at cars, but here's what. So here's my choices. I could go swap my car in at the car dealership, but we cannot afford that payment unless I go back to working full time. I don't want to go back to working full time. I'm stressed out enough as it is. My job is very, very stressful, and I don't want to go back to working full time. I could I could quit my job and sell my car and have one vehicle and drive Lee to work on the days that I need to use the vehicle. I like that idea. But that would be tight too. That's what I would love to do. But also, I'm a loyal employee and it's hard for me to leave them hanging. And so I probably won't do that because they are very short-handed. And right now, I would not leave them. Or my third option is go trade it in on a used vehicle. Okay. I know with a used vehicle, you're getting somebody else's problems, but nobody can figure out what's wrong with my car. They're having a hard time. We've already replaced 2 or 3 things, and then that wasn't it. So we're having a real hard time figuring out what's wrong with my car. We've already spent, I don't know how much. We've already probably spent $300 no, more than that, because we've bought a new battery too. But, we've already spent, okay, I'm going to say $400 trying to fix it, and it's not fixed yet. And so I could trade it in on a used vehicle and not have a big payment. And actually, if we get another car at the same place Lee did his truck, I believe that we could get them combined and have one payment, and maybe it just be a little bit higher. And that's what I'm thinking I would like to do. I can go out there to that car lot. It's a used car lot where Lee got his truck. His truck has done good. We've bought a car there before that done good. I could go out there and swap it in there and ask them if they would combine the payment so that we make one payment, but maybe it'll be a little bit larger than what he's paying now for his truck. I think that's my best option. I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous about going and getting a used vehicle, but his is doing great that he bought there, and we had bought a car there before that done great. So still deciding, but I think that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do when we get off here today, I'm going to go visit my mom and get chicken food and run by there and look and see what he's got. So anyway, so I'm ready to go. After I eat my food. But anyway, let's see. What else did I have? Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, I'm going to read some. I've eaten whole, dried, candied shrimp from Mexico. Unbelievably sweet, but an acquired taste for sure. They grow much faster in the ground. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I have driven Flint to work when we had one vehicle. Yeah, I could do that, but I ain't going to do that anytime soon because I can't leave them hanging at work. Lily said, "No, Teresa, you need your car. I think she wants you to go. She wants to go somewhere with you. I want to go somewhere with her too. We going to the Amish store. Yep, me and Lily's going to the Amish store. So that's another thing on my list is we went and visited this past weekend at Higgs Rock Farm. Miss Lily and Holland, and Miss Lily is doing really good. She had a cancer, and she's done her last treatment was the day before we went and visited. And she's doing really good. We walked around out the yard and had a good time, a very good time. They're always wonderful hosts, and we love hanging out with them. And I love talking to Miss Lily. She is a blast to just sit and talk to. I just love her. So We talked about going to the Amish store, but we got so busy talking and doing, and we couldn't stay real late, and so we never did go. We're going to do that soon. I won't ever buy a new truck again. Now, why is that? We bought 2 new ones, and they were both were lemons, huh? They have made the new cars so dependable on others. Yes, that's the problem, Kathy. This car has got all the electronic and I don't know what you call it, motherboard or some crap and all that. And what it's doing, it's throwing codes. Something is throwing codes. So I can just be driving and my air will go out, or my transmission will go out, or something will go out, and the light will come on. The light will come on, and then the air will quit. Or the light will come on, and the transmission will go out. Or, just different things. It's like it's throwing different things. Then when they check it, you've got all different kinds of codes that show up. One code might show up one time, and then the next time it's doing it, a whole different code shows up. So we fixed different things and take off driving it and think it's okay, and then the light comes on again, something messes up again. And we took it to the dealership, and the dealership charged me $150 to tell us what was wrong, and we fixed that, and now it's doing it again. Is that computer stuff? Yep. Let me go back up. I'm missing. Okay. I don't trust them to really think good for you. I would rather have used. New is just too high. Yeah. They are out there for sale. We bought a new car. I'll never do that again. Tough doing one car these days. It is. It would be tough. It would be tough for us to have one car. And like I said, I can't just leave them high and dry and quit work right now. Ours wasn't a lemon, but I hate owing. Yes. We could have lost it with just 6 payments to go. Things happen. Yeah. Yes. And I don't want to be obligated for another 5 years. Actually, this one was 6 years. And see, that's another thing I haven't said. We just got it paid off. We just got it paid off about 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. I think it was in March, maybe. I can't remember. I can't remember for sure, but like we got it paid off like in March. And then not too long after that, it started messing up. Probably 2 months. I think about 2 months. It was about 2 months after we got it paid off. Everything started messing up. Isn't that something? I went to the Amish in Marion last week. They had the one-piece canning lids. I really stocked up. Oh, that's awesome. I've heard Brenda at Duncan 1900 talking about those. I need to check into that. We had a car. The computer started going bad, got rid of quick. Yep. That's what it is. Yep. Let's see. Let me go. Strong Enough to Be In says, I love them, Brenda, talking about the one-piece lids at the Amish. I'm going to check that out. All right, Lily, we got to go. I don't know if that one has it or not, though. He's talking about the one in Marion. So we may have to go there. Well, just paid off. Yeah, just paid it off about 2 months before it started messing up. The seal is so think you can use them over and over. Let's see, Kathy, I can pick you up some. Kathy, I will go back soon. If they have some left, I'll get them for you. Awesome. Everybody's getting Kathy some. Lily, man, you got to go. Everybody's going to get Kathy some. So I guess they don't have Amish down there, Kathy. I've never asked you that. I assume by saying all that they don't. Okay, how much were they? All right. Let's see. What else on the list? Let me mark off my list here. Pickled squash. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'd never had pickled squash before. And I really never thought about it. I've never heard of it, never thought about it. But my granddaughter played in a tournament in Pigeon Forge this past weekend. Or no, last week. It was actually most of the week, I think. They had it was called World Series. They had people from all over the country. They had 34. They had 34 teams from all over the country at Pigeon Forge for girls fastball, girls softball. Oh, y'all, don't look. I can't hide him.
You gotta bring him to me. I'm happy.
Hold on.
Come here.
Come here. Come on. Everybody got a shot of that. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to delete this video. Where's my pickled squash? Sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, pickled squash. I'm blushing. Whew. Pickled squash. It says squash pickles. Anyway, it's yellow squash. Well, they're almost gone. I've ate almost all of it. Lee wouldn't even eat any. They are delicious, y'all. It's made like bread and butter pickles. You know how bread and butter pickles are kind of sweet and sour? It's made like that. Anyway, very good. And I don't think it's Amish, though. It says made in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It doesn't say anything about Amish. It was the old mill store that they ate at that has a store there. Some of y'all probably know. You've been. Anyway, they're really good. But they came in second place. My granddaughter's team came in second place out of 35 from all over the country. I think the team that beat them was from Arkansas or Alabama, an A. I can't remember which one, either Arkansas or Alabama. Anyway, but they came in runners up. So we were tickled with that. And she got a big ring, like the NFL gets the big ring for World Series or whatever, or that's baseball, I guess, but you know what I mean. They got a big ring. Anyway, all right. I'm going to do that later. It's too hot for draws today. I missed a conversation. Missed. It was filling the dog's water bowl. Oh, you missed it? You missed the naked kid running through? I probably had to delete this video. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably have to delete this video, or they'll, they may cut it off. Who knows? But it was funny. Whatever. It was funny. Oh. I'm trying to save money for that. I missed how much money? $2.50 a dozen. And that's not bad for if they're reusable, one piece reusable. That's great. Kathy, Lily said you guys will this fall. Let's see. Didn't get any cucumbers last year, so I made pickles. Oh, so Brenda has made this. Made pickles from yellow squash and zucchini. Well, they're really good. And I'll tell you what about them that I was surprised. They are very crunchy. They're not soft at all. They're very crunchy like pickles and really good, like bread and butter. They're bread and butter type. But I was surprised at how crunchy they were. I was expecting them to be a little bit soft, They're not soft at all. So I don't know how they done that. It says it has alum in it, but it also says it has polysorbate 80. I don't know what that is. It says squash, onions, vinegar, pure cane sugar, salt, mustard seed, alum, and spices, and polysorbate 80. Is that something that makes them crunchy, or just the alum in them make them crunchy? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know the answer to that? Ooh. Okay, let's see what else. Car. We talked about my car. Tomorrow night, we go live on Friday night, and tomorrow night, Lee is going over to help Buddy get his mom moved in. Buddy is gone to Texas to get his mother and bringing her back Friday afternoon. And they have to unload all her stuff because they have to have the U-Haul in Paducah the next morning. So Lee will be over there helping Buddy unload, and we're not sure he'll be back in time. But if he's not, I'm going to go live, and either I'll go live by myself or I'll go live until he gets here. He should be back in time, but we just don't know. You don't know how that kind of thing's going to go. So, but the good news is Nanny Joyce, Buddy's mama, will be here tomorrow night. And she's going to move in with them until she can find an apartment. They've been looking for an apartment, and you just can't find anything to rent right now at all. And they've been looking, but they hadn't found anything. So they're going to go ahead and move her in with them until she finds an apartment. So sweet, sweet lady. Yeah, that's funny. Christy Bett said, my kids loved being naked at a certain age. He just went running. They just took a shower. She just gave him a bath, and she took a shower, and I guess she come back through with him, and he took off, and I missed what she said. Well, darn. Okay. You have to make sure you get the right one-piece lids. They have low heat ones for water bath canning and high heat ones for pressure. Okay, good. I'm glad you told me that. I will remember that when we go. I think the polysorbate 80 is a preservative. Probably. Okay. I wasn't sure if it helped with that crunchiness or just the alum, but they're really crunchy. Brenda, can you use the high heat for both? Evidently not. Glad Buddy and Lippy will have Mama close. I'll be keeping Buddy and Lippy in my prayers for everything going smoothly with the move. It hasn't so far. Lee was trying to Marco Buddy and see if he made it there, and he wasn't answering. So he wanted me to Marco Lippy and ask if everything was okay, because they talk all the time. And he had Marco'd him, and hours later he still hadn't heard nothing. And he said, Marco Lippy and see if everything's all right. And I did, and oh Lord, no, she gave me a whole story about how he flew down there because he's driving the U-Haul back. So he flew down there, and they had problems all the way, all day long. I'm sure she'll tell about that later. I won't tell her story or his story. It's actually his story. He's the one that had all the problems, but she had to do things too. So anyway, always something. Having a friend like Lee should help them a lot. Yeah, he's going to go help them get it all unloaded and everything. And I guess they're going to put a lot of it in storage. Let's see. They are made a little different. I need to make a video on how to use them. Yes, please do. Well, Bub hadn't growed out of it, y'all. Listen, Bub at getting started on homesteading ain't growed out of it, so I don't know. I don't know. The ones I got said high heat. I ain't saying nothing. Oh, hope they work. Okay. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Buddy's mama. Good news. I thought this was pretty awesome. I haven't told Holland this. I meant to tell him because I thought this was pretty awesome, and he'll get a kick out of it, I think. My dad used to be a big ginseng hunter. He hunted ginseng, golden root, or yellow root. Is it golden root or yellow root? I don't know. I say yellow root most of the time. Anyway, it's a yellow. It's just a root it's real, just golden yellow, and they use it to make medicine, just like ginseng and bloodroot. Okay, so he used to hunt all three: ginseng, golden root, and bloodroot, or yellow root. Yellow root. Thank you, Higgs. Yellow root. I usually say yellow root, but I almost said golden root, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So anyway, he used to be big on hunting those, and he would lay them out and dry them on a screen, and then go to up around Murray and sell them to an old lady that she would buy them, and then she got them all together and packaged them up and sold them on somewhere else. And the ginseng brings a lot of money. The other two don't bring as much, but the ginseng brings really good money. Now, they've changed all the rules, and it's hard to sell it nowadays, I think. They've changed a lot of rules and regulations, of course, and you got to jump through hoops to sell it now, unless you find somebody. If anybody knows anybody, let me know. Because I could be a ginseng hunter easily. And we have bloodroot. So if anybody knows anybody, let me know. Anyway, so you got to jump through hoops nowadays to sell it. But anyhow, a lady called from where we used to live, about 2 counties over is where I was born and raised. And a lady called and told my daughter that she found out, she saw a list somewhere or something, and found out that, sorry, y'all. She saw a list somewhere and found out that my dad still holds the record for the biggest, I think they call them knobs or whatever, the biggest root of ginseng found in Western Kentucky. And he found it down there on the Columbus Bluff where she lives. And I guess she's been hunting, or she's been looking into it or something, and found out this information and called my daughter to tell her, because she thought it's pretty interesting that he died in 2000. So in 21 years, nobody's beat his piece of ginseng that he found for the biggest knob, or whatever they call them, root of ginseng. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see, yellow root. Yellow root was only worth $20 per pound. Blood root is regulated. Ginseng is very popular when I was a young adult. The blood root you gave me didn't come up this year. Oh, I used to dig ginseng all the time. Hard to find here now. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. He was really known for being out there hunting, and back then when he done it, I'm gonna say, because I was little, so I'm thinking this probably, he died in 2000, but it was years before that. Before, when he quit hunting, he got too old to to go digging. But so I'm gonna say I probably was he done it the whole time I was growing up, but probably the last time I remember, or I went with him, I used to go with him a lot. The last I remember, I probably would have been about 12 years old. 12, maybe 14, but I doubt I was that old. Probably 12. Now, he might have hunted a little bit after that I don't remember, but it would have been a long time ago. And back then, there wasn't really any regulations that I know of. Hicks may know more about that, but back then he just went out anywhere and dug it, and he would find it. Ginseng you would find here and there. Bloodroot and yellowroot, you would find patches of it. So if he found a patch of yellowroot or bloodroot, he would have us kids help him dig it up and put it in the bag. Yeah, golden or ginseng, you wouldn't find that much of. It would be here and there, and you would find maybe a few pieces each time you went. And so he would gather, and dry it, and then take it off to this old lady up around Murray. He would wait until he had quite a bit of it before he would go up there and take it off. So he would have us digging mostly. Mostly I remember digging the yellow, which is the yellow root. And sometimes bloodroot, but we didn't fool with the bloodroot as much because you get that red all over your hands. And he hallucinated one time. He had got the red on his hands and ended up touching his tongue and got that stuff on his tongue and was like, whoa, I don't feel good. So after that, he started kind of trying to be more careful or use gloves or whatever, and didn't. Anyway, funny story. My friend Deborah used to dig it. I hope you can find some pictures or an article. Oh, I did tell Higgs. I remember I did tell you that. I forgot I'd already told you that because you said it'd be good if you could find a newspaper article about it. And I don't know that anybody ever done a newspaper article about it. He just done it and dried it and took it off to that woman. I don't know that there was somewhere there's a record of it because this girl saw it, and I don't know where she saw it or anything. I'd like to get a hold of her and find out where she saw this at or how she knew this. I don't know. Let's see. One of the farm stands I visit sometimes sells bundles of yellowroot. Huh. Yeah, I don't even know. I just know that you make medicine out of those. The only thing I know about bloodroot is that it can it can possibly heal skin cancer. I'm not going to make a statement on medical, but possibly it is known to possibly heal skin cancer. That's bloodroot. I really don't know what to do with the others, but I know they make medicine out of all of them. Anyway, let's see. I planted a bunch of seeds everywhere I used to dig. Now the property belongs to other people. Oh, you have to be careful with ginseng. Ginseng grows in dark hollows and deep shaded woods only. You can't find it just anywhere. Bloodroot and yellowroot are in huge patches. Yeah. Now he would go, I know a lot of the times that he would find any of those, and he found bloodroot and yellowroot obviously a lot more, but when he found ginseng, I remember that it was usually on like bluffs. Bluffs was usually the place he found ginseng, or we call them, I don't know, not everybody might not call them bluffs, like a hill and then it drops down type of thing is a bluff. I don't know that everybody calls it that, so I'm explaining that a little better. I was told ginseng was good for stamina. Yes, yes. There's Lee from the Blue Cup Adventure. Well, I'm glad you didn't hear all of it because I've been talking about you. So I'm glad you wasn't in here. I have to be real careful with things that speed you up, makes my heart race. I can't take some cold or cough medicines. My ex-husband before Lee used to do that. He would if he took like NyQuil would usually knock people out. If he took NyQuil, it was like, I don't know it was like full speed ahead, couldn't go to sleep. It's crazy. Hospice lady. Okay, Christy, thanks for being in here. Hope everything's good. All right, let's see what else we got real quick. My dad. The boy is fussy. Let's see. Okay. When I went to Holland and Lily's at Hicks Rock Farm, she was watching. She was telling me about a lady she's been watching that cooks. And I have to tell y'all because I can't stop watching this lady. It is awesome. And now I want the kind of pot. I want the kind of pot she cooks in. And I hope y'all can hear me. I want the kind of pot she cooks in. And Higgs done kind of a variety of something she cooks. And just as far as chopping up vegetables and putting them all together, he laid them out on a tray and baked them with country ham. So good. It was so good that the next night, Lee wanted me to make it here. It was so good. And it will be something we will make a lot. But this lady, and it's called, she's canned, K-A-N-D, Hayati, Hayati. So it's Kand, K-A-N-D, Hayati, Hayati. She has a channel, her and her husband. They don't even talk. They play a little music. They don't even talk. It's all outdoor cooking. There you go. Hicks put up her name. It's all outdoor cooking. She cooks in this, I think the name of it is a discata. If you look up a discata, it's a big round bowl thing, pan. It's a big round pan. Now she's got different ones. Some of them are shallow and some of them are deeper. But then it's got these this tripod thing that it sits on. And she just takes and throws that stuff in there and you know, takes a big old long spatula and it's amazing. It's like a wok. Yeah, Hicks says it's like a wok. When I looked it up to try to find one, I found discata, D-I-S-C-A-D-A, discata. But there was also other names for it, but the discata looked more like what she does. And I want one so bad. They're not cheap. I'm wondering, I want to show it to Lee and see if he could rig something up. But then I don't know if that would be, I don't know. But they're not cheap. The cheapest one I found for the whole thing. Now, the discata itself, if you found a way to rig up the legs, the discata itself I found for $30 or $40, the cheapest ones. But then the legs were like that much more. So altogether, the whole thing, you know, is $100. And nope. You can't have that. So anyway, if you get a chance, just check her out. You'll be addicted. It's hard to I'm like, I have to stop myself from watching because I want to watch all my friends too. I want to watch all my buddies on YouTube and watch their channels too. And I have a hard time getting to watch all them. But since Lily ruined me, Lily ruined me and made me watch this woman, it's addictive. She don't even talk. They show what she's putting in. They'll show up there in like whatever you call it, closed captioning. Will show, beef or lamb, and then it'll show when she puts salt on there. It'll show salt, and you can hear the birds, and they have the animals just running around them. Like the chickens are running around everywhere, and they have a dog, but it's just, her cooking is amazing. Her cooking is amazing. I could do that all the time and eat like that. Awesome. That's awesome. Anyway, I'm glad there you go. Higgs, yes. Country Life Vlog. Yes, that's it, Brenda. Now, you can look it up either way because I looked up her name and it came up, and then it also says Country Life Vlog. But the actual channel, I think, is her name. I don't know if Country Life Vlog is, I don't really know. It's like she's got somebody filming. I think, and from what I understood, this is what Lily told me. From what I understood, she had a restaurant, and when the restaurant closed down in their country, looking out in where did he say, Turkey? I think Higgs said Turkey. I'm not sure where they're at, but Lily said she was an Iranian woman or something. They are in Turkey, he said. Anyway, so apparently she had a restaurant, and when COVID first hit, they had closed it down, or something like that. Somehow or another, it got closed down, I think, because of COVID, I understood. And so somebody come in and said, let me film you cooking, and we'll put it on YouTube and make you some money. And that's what they're doing. And so she's got like a film crew there, I guess, that videos it. But it's so relaxing and peaceful. I could just sit there and watch that, and it's just, it relaxes you. Watching it relaxes you. Really does. I could live like that, y'all. I promise you. You might think I'm kidding. I could live like that. I could live in that little hut and cook outside with the chickens and the dog and be perfectly happy. I really could. But it's so peaceful. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. I've got to get off here and eat, and then go see my mom and look at cars. And Shelly said, I want an outdoor kitchen so bad. Me too. Me too. And I love this thing she cooks on, though. And she also has a little oven. She has a little brick oven thing sometimes, but mostly she cooks on this big, whatever it is, big pan. Beautiful setting. I'm sure most of it is staged, but it's very addictive. Yeah, I'm sure some of it's staged, because she obviously has a film crew there doing all that, and the videos are so nicely put together that I'm sure it's, but from what I understand, that's the way most of them live over there. They're depicting, I can't say that word. They are depicting the way that some of them still live there. And the teas, yes. They make hot tea every time. Every show they make hot tea, and they make it out of all kinds of different things that you wouldn't believe. Flowers and herbs, and they'll just get a handful of this and that and put in the pot and make a hot tea. Some of the stuff they put in teas, I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Didn't know that. Anyway, it's really neat. Want an outdoor kitchen with a bread oven. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, thank you for putting up that, Brenda. You'll get addicted though. You'll have to make yourself quit watching it so you can watch your friends. um, you know, but it has inspired me to cook some stuff because it always looks healthy. It's vegetables and meat and vegetables, and I think she uses a lot of salt though. I've seen her pour, boy, she puts that salt on there. I'm like, dang. But she uses salt and pepper and turmeric and paprika. And I don't remember but she's got like 5 spices like that seems like she always uses. And she uses them. I mean, she grabs them by the handful and sprinkles all over. Anyway. Hey, Miss Emma. I talked about you earlier. Anyway, and Miss Emma at Sunny's Place has a beautiful video about homesteading. She does a really good storytelling pieces about homesteading and stuff that are really, really awesome. Makes me cry every time. Used to spend the weekends with my granny who didn't have power or running water. Those were my favorite memories. Yep. Yeah, I could live like that. You would always find me there, Brenda, begging for hot bread. Can't wait to check out that channel. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like she uses a lot of salt, but she makes a big old pan full of food every time too. So it just may feel like a lot of salt to me, but it's Lee said there's a big old pan full. So, I'll go back and rewatch. Always appreciate your support. I don't remember what I said, Emma. I just was telling something that you'd said or done or something. All right. And that's it. I got to go. Thank you all for being here. Y'all watch us tomorrow night at 7. Not sure what we'll be doing or talking about. I've done this week for the newspaper article. I've done elderberries, but last week I had done, I had skipped a week. We skipped a week. And one week I had done blackberry leaf tea. So I may do that tomorrow night because a lot of people know and use the elderberries. May save it for the next time or something. I don't know. Or maybe we'll do both. But I have skipped one where I talked about the blackberry leaf, excuse me, blackberry leaf tea is really, really good for you. And so we'll talk about that tomorrow night. I've been without water for a bit and I miss being a spoiled, showered American. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's what they don't have running water. They go get it from a spring on this channel I was talking about. They go get the water from a spring. It takes a lot of salt for a big meal. Yeah. Won't be able to make your live tomorrow night. I'll be in St. Louis for a work trip. Well, awesome. My daughter is in the Air Force up around St. Louis, actually outside of St. Louis, but good to listen this morning for a few minutes. Or working, moving irrigation pipes. Awesome. Love your dad's ginseng hunting story. Love you, praying you make the right choice about the car. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really so undecided what to do. He's going to have a really good one for me to even do that. But we're going to go look at them. And if we do that, and I feel like that's my best bet, and if we do that, he's going to have to combine our payments so we can make one payment, and maybe it'll be a little higher than what Lee's paying now, but one payment. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'd like to see that. Didn't know you could make a tea from blackberry leaves. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow night. Yep. Have a great rest of the day. God bless all. Thank you, Brenda. All right. I'm going to get off here and get going. Thanks for being here.